going on, everybody? We got a video from Jimmy High Roller. I know which team is going to win the 2023 NBA Championship. Let's check it out, y'all. Y'all know how these things go.
What if I told you that I knew which team
Let's hear what High Roller got to say, y'all.
This season, that I somehow could see and predict the future like some sort of basketball prophet? Well, then I'd be a filthy liar, because I don't know who's going to win the NBA title this season. But what if we could use numbers and data collected over decades of NBA games to make an accurate prediction as to which team will be crowned the 2023 NBA champions? That'd be pretty cool, right? Well, let's give it a shot.
By the way, I just gotta warn you guys.
Today's video is brought to you by SeatGeek.
If there happens to be something weird, that like with the, I guess, the visuals of this video, if like it seems like it's glitching almost when I'm filming this video, it like, I don't know. I've like, this is my second time trying to record this video.
Download the app, use promo code Jimmy,
because
and get $20 off
for some reason I'm recording on my phone, and for some reason, like, it was, I don't know, like the visuals were just weird. It was like glitching.
And that's why, according to the numbers,
it was
the
weird.
Boston Celtics will be the 2022
So I haven't watched the
NBA
whole thing though. I only watched like the first minute,
and
it started like
they have the
glitching
regular
or something.
Season resume to back it up, and all the numbers suggest they will be crowned as champions at the end of the season.
Hopefully things aren't weird with this video. But I apologize in advance if it does turn out weird. Predicted that the Boston Celtics would win it, huh? 4-3 in the East. NBA Finals with the Warriors, huh? Yup. We know how this went down. I like the music. Chef Curry. Salipo.
The Golden State Warriors once again are NBA champions in 2022.
2 games. That's how close we were last season to accurately predicting the winner of the 2022 NBA Finals before the playoffs even began.
You went back to his video from last year.
The numbers and every variable we could possibly take into account, the Celtics were destined to become champions last season. But what I forgot to take into consideration is that Steph Curry is a god in a pair of Under Armours, and so our prediction fell short. In fact, after this heart-wrenching defeat, I went back and looked at playoff predictions from some of the industry's leading experts and outlets, and out of the 50 predictions that I came across, 2 of them had the Warriors winning the finals.
Dang.
In the most ironic way possible, one of those picks was from Stephen A. Smith. But has last year's shortcomings deterred me from attempting to beat insurmountable odds by trying to predict this year's NBA champions and looking like a fool in the process?
It's
absolutely not. So let's give
there
this
you
another
go.
shot. When looking at some predictions for this year's playoffs, there really is no general consensus. In a recent survey conducted by SB Nation,
it's tough. There's so many good teams this year.
The Milwaukee Bucks winning this year's championship.
The Bucks,
with the Suns and Celtics trailing with just
the
half
Bucks.
as many
It's
votes.
tough just because Giannis is hurt and we're not sure how long he's going to be out. That's the only thing. It's like,
all at the same time. Looking into some of the more insightful predictions of this year's NBA playoffs,
I think you can't go wrong with the Sixers.
And has the Celtics,
but then the Celtics are really good too, so it's like, and that's only the Eastern Conference. We're not even talking about the Nuggets.
The addition of Kevin Durant, the Phoenix Suns still retain just the 7th best chance of winning the finals, behind 3 other Western Conference teams, and 3 of the top 4 teams are Eastern Conference teams, which might mean that whoever comes out of the East will inevitably be crowned champions. And this
they haven't had a great.
But then it hit
they haven't had a great history in the playoffs, but
who
knows? Maybe this could be our year.
Ask the data who the champions will be. In a disgusting display of AI supremacy, last season an artificial intelligence program by the name of Swarm managed to accurately predict the winner of the 2022 NBA Finals.
No
Appalling, right? But if that wasn't crazy enough, Swarm also predicted
AI,
that the Warriors would win the series in 6 games. In fact, this Swarm AI
how do they do that?
Last season's regular season to try and predict outcomes of regular season games.
What?
And not only did it do really well, it managed to outperform 96% of bettors in the process.
Dang.
So in a desperate attempt to get this thing
Oh my
right,
goodness.
I put aside my knowledge, research, and years of watching the NBA
Sheesh.
to ask a bot. It's groundbreaking, genius even. Why didn't I think of this before? Who will win the 2023 NBA Finals?
ChatGPT. Oh
the
my
pinnacle
gosh.
of AI technology, the exponentially powerful tool.
Yo,
of peak
whatever
human
you do if
advancement.
you're in college, do not use this. Just saying. Just saying. ChatGPT. Do not use this. I repeat,
You're
do not
useless
use
to me.
this.
We have to take another route here. And I think I've got it. While researching for
Stay
this
out of
experiment,
trouble.
I stumbled across
Don't use
this
that.
article published last
But
summer
for-
on
but for
Medium.com
NBA
from a
predictions,
data
that's actually
scientist
pretty
and
interesting.
NBA fan who goes by the name of the JK. His article
Who?
goes into great detail regarding a machine learning model that uses data to correctly predict which team will win the NBA championship.
That's insane
The
how
article
people are
is
able
incredible.
to
I've left a
create
link
that
in the
kind of data and
description
stuff like
highly
that. That's
recommend
insane.
checking it out. And while creating
That
this
is
model,
insane.
the JK sifted through countless NBA stats and data to find which variables are important to postseason success and which variables aren't. And according to his
Interesting.
research, the factors that have the strongest correlation to playoff success are the following. If a team finished top 3 in their conference, the extent
Ooh.
of a roster's playoff experience, if a team has a player or multiple players who have received MVP votes, a team's SRS score and margin of victory throughout the regular season, and oddly enough, if the team has performed well in past playoffs. And with this data, the JK defied all
interesting.
odds and correct predicted the
That
eventual
playoff experience,
championship
man,
team
that means so
3
much. It
seasons
seems
in a
like.
row. And just like that, just a glimmer of hope shined upon my experiment. Maybe, just maybe, we can use numbers and data to predict this year's NBA champions. So, let's see if we can do this. As we already determined last season, preseason favorites and Vegas odds provide
Celtics and
about 0
Warriors.
assistance here, since they never seem to get it right. I mean, for some inexplicable reason, odds makers can narrow the line of a game down to 1 freaking point, but they can't pick a correct championship winning team worth a lick. So let's stick to the information that we know matters most. Here's the criteria we will use to help us determine which teams are truly contenders for this year's championship.
Margin of
Simple
victory.
rating system, or SRS score, margin of victory, regular season
Okay.
standings, and roster playoff experience. Now, the SRS score is a
So
rating
point
given
differential
to
and
each
strength of
NBA team
schedule
based
for
on
simple rating
factors like
system.
point differential, net rating,
Standings,
and strength of schedule.
playoff experience,
And of the
and
last
margin of
25
victory. Okay.
championship winning teams, 24 of them had an SRS score that ranked among the top 6 in the NBA. The only team that managed to win a
Interesting.
title outside of the top
The
6
Mavs?
were the Mavericks in 2011. So
Dang,
based
the
on this
freaking
information,
Mavericks, bro.
being a top 6
Dirt.
SRS team is virtually a requirement. The top 6 teams in
Interesting.
terms of SRS score this season are the Celtics, the Cavaliers, the 76ers, the Bucks, the Grizzlies, and the Nuggets. Now let's
Okay.
take a look at regular season standings.
Interesting.
Possibly the most obvious indicator of potential playoff success is simply how good a team was throughout the regular season.
Interesting.
And as much as we like to cheer for the underdog, the odds of a team winning a championship if they did not dominate the entire season are somewhere between slim and none. Because out of the last 25 championship winning teams,
So you have to
23
dominate,
of
huh?
them finished the season with a top 5 record in the entire NBA. The top 5
Interesting.
teams in terms of overall record this
So
season
you have
are
to
the
be
Bucks,
at the top of the
Celtics,
top to
76ers,
win it all,
Nuggets,
basically.
And tied for 5th are the Cavaliers and Grizzlies.
There
Now let's
aren't
take a look
a bunch
at
of
margin
crazy.
victory.
There's not
Since
really too many like
1998,
crazy surprise
25
teams
seasons,
that end up
there has
winning.
only been
Apparently.
one team that finished outside of the top 6 in terms of margin of victory and still went on to win a championship.
The freaking
So,
Mavs,
once
bro.
again, if you want a real
Dirk.
shot
It was
at winning
Dirk's
the title,
year, bro.
You really need to
It
be
was
inside
Dirk's
the top
year.
6 league-wide in this statistic.
It was Dirk's
and this
year,
season,
bro.
those top 6
2011, man.
teams
My
are the
goodness.
Celtics, Cavaliers, 76ers,
Robbing
Grizzlies,
LeBron of a
Bucks,
championship.
and Nuggets. Now, if we take a look at the 3 metrics we've covered and the qualifying teams for each
Because
one,
it was
we'll
Dirk's
see
year,
that the
bro.
same
It must have been
exact
Dirk's year.
6 teams
Everything pointing back to
appear in every
2011.
single one. And this information is remarkable. Our data has not only narrowed down the contenders to these 6 teams, but it also shows us that the top teams
Those
in the
6
NBA this
teams?
season are
Okay.
unanimously these 6 teams.
Huh.
But this is where I think we fell short last season, because we forgot to factor in a crucial variable. experience. Going into the 2022 playoffs, the Warriors.
Because so far it looks like
projected
the
to do
Celtics,
well,
it went
but
1,
hardly
2, and
anyone
1
had
for the
them as the
Celtics.
favorite to win it all. But
That was what I
I
saw.
greatly underestimated was their championship pedigree and the sheer amount of reps they've had on the big stage. In the JK's predictive
Intangibles.
model that we discussed
And
earlier,
intangibles.
playoff experience
Don't forget
had the
intangibles.
second strongest correlation
They got
to future
leaders
playoff
on that
success.
team, too.
And among the
They got
6
leadership.
teams that stand above the
Draymond.
rest, here are the total career playoff games for their 8-man rotation. The Cavaliers have just 71 career playoff games played in total amongst their 8-man rotation. The Grizzlies have just 179 playoff games under their belt. The Nuggets have 268, and the 76ers, Bucks, and Celtics all dwarf these teams with combined total career playoff games all above 400. Which,
wow.
if history
Whoa,
tells us
whoa,
anything,
whoa, whoa.
eliminates the Cavaliers,
Whoa.
Grizzlies,
Yeah, it's
and
still
Nuggets
pointing
from
towards the
contention,
Celtics,
and
y'all.
leaves us with these 3
A
powerhouse
lot of things
teams.
pointing towards
So,
the
where do we go from
Celtics.
here? Across all metrics,
A lot of
star
things
power,
pointing
pace,
towards the Celtics,
efficiency,
y'all.
experience. These 3 teams are almost identical. Our data has come to the end of the road. But there
Pointing
are
towards the
patterns
Celtics,
and
I feel
consistent
like.
themes of past championship teams that we can use to help us here. Over the last 15 seasons, there has only been one team that didn't feature at least one All-NBA defender that went on to win an NBA championship. And it took a once-in-a-lifetime performance to pull it off.
Braun! LeBron. That was the one time? That was the one time, bro?
So if we look at our 3 remaining teams, the Bucks have a really good shot at having multiple players make the all-defensive team, and so do the Celtics. The 76ers do not, which narrows our
Bucks and the
contenders down
Celtics,
to the
huh?
Bucks and the Celtics. Now, we've seen the Celtics and Bucks face each other on 3 separate occasions this season, and if those games are any indication of what's to come in the playoffs, the future NBA champions are clear as day. The Bucks and Celtics faced off for the first time on Christmas Day, which resulted in a 21-point
Dang.
Celtics win, and Tatum and Brown combining for 70 points.
I'm also
The next
thinking
time these
about
teams faced off was in February,
Giannis
where
has to
Boston
be
sat
healthy.
4 of their 5 starters and still nearly won in overtime
Whew.
with the junior varsity squad. And the third
So
and
is he
final
saying the
matchup
Celtics?
was just a couple weeks ago, where
He's saying
Tatum
the
and Brown
Celtics?
combined for 70 points again
Sheesh.
and handed the Bucks their second largest loss in nearly a decade.
I've talked
The
about
Bucks
the
have no
Celtics.
answer
I
for
talked about the
Celtics'
Celtics
firepower
recently.
and depth. And when Boston is at full
How they got
capacity,
a
just
lot of
beat Milwaukee,
pieces.
they destroy Milwaukee.
They got a
And
lot
that's
of
why,
pieces. They got
according to the
star
numbers,
players.
The Boston Celtics
They got guys
will be
that
the
can guard the
2023
other team's
NBA
best player.
champions. They have the star power, the defense,
got-
the
they got
experience.
depth.
They've been here before, and they know what it's going to take
Yeah.
to win it all. This team
Yeah.
not only checks all the boxes for what it takes to be a championship team, they exceed every metric for a potential championship team. Of course, the numbers can only tell us so much.
That's
It's
true.
impossible to quantify a lot of things that happen on a basketball court. Like the fact that come the playoffs, Giannis levels up and becomes one of the most unstoppable forces the game has ever seen. And it would
Yeah.
be naive to count out the championship pedigree of the Warriors. Something that I've fell victim to in the
Yeah,
past. and
Warriors,
something
they
that
ha-
just
they
doesn't
have
show
won
up in
it.
the
They-
numbers.
they know how to
It would
win
be an
it.
impossible task
So,
to
I mean,
forecast
it's
series-altering changes that may occur throughout the playoffs, like
It's
injuries, adjustments, players coming in and out of the rotation, and about a million other variables. This entire
Yeah.
video could be dead wrong, and my finals prediction record could fall from 0% to 0%. But that won't stop me from trying, and there's only one way to find out. Until then, hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
That's interesting, y'all. That's very interesting. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Who do you guys have winning it all? The Celtics definitely got a good shot, I think. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Celtics got a shot, though. The Sixers looked really good. I do have to say the Sixers looked really good when I watched them yesterday. But, I mean, the Celtics do have so many pieces, bro. They got a lot of pieces. And they all work together. I watched them yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I watched them, and, bro, they got pieces that play together as a team. And when you got guys that play together as a team, it's very, very hard to beat.